Welcome to the HR Data Labs podcast, now part of the Work Defined Podcast Network. Join us as we explore the vital role of compensation, strategy, data, and people analytics in navigating today's complex business world. With the resources of Work Defined, we're bringing you deeper insights and actionable ideas from top HR experts. Now, here are your hosts, David Turetsky and Dwight Brown. Hello and welcome to the HR Data Labs podcast. I am your host, David Turetsky, and we are here at the HR Tennessee conference. It's basically a Tennessee SHRM here in beautiful Nashville, Tennessee. I'm with Misty Bolt, and her name is really Medicare Misty.
AKA.
How are you today, Misty?
I'm wonderful. Wednesday. Woo, hump day.
Yeah. And we just presented.
Yes, we did.
And your presentation was?
On retirement, on transitioning and how to do retirement, long-term care, Social Security, and Medicare.
Yeah, I might have to call you in a couple of years.
Please.
Yeah. But what we do on this HR Data Labs podcast is first we want to get to know you a little bit. So give us your overview of who you are.
Okay. Amazing. Oh, you're talking about me, not you. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, I kind of fell in to Medicare. I'm an Okie, not from Muskogee, but I was born and raised in Oklahoma, went to college in Tennessee, stayed in Tennessee, still in Tennessee, and got into Medicare about 20 years ago, was trying for pharmaceuticals, something way sexier. Mm-hmm. Plus, I was single at that time, and hanging around with a couple doctors probably wouldn't have been bad, but God had another idea. He said,
there you go.
No pharmaceutical. So I didn't get the job. This lady come in and said, hey, do you want to do Medicare? And 20 years ago, I go, what's Medicare?
Yeah.
Like, who knows what Medicare is at 20? You don't know.
Exactly.
So been doing that since then. Was captive with HealthSpring, moved on to Humana, then Blue Cross Blue Shield, Tennessee, and they laid our whole department off 2011. And I just became Medicare Misty then and got contracted with all the agents with all the companies. Mm-hmm. And now I have a team. I'm 45 states. And
wow.
I have over 50 agents.
And what we're going to do is in our podcast notes, we're going to have a link to your website as well as you have a book called Navigating Medicare Maze with Medicare Misty. There you go. That's awesome. So on the HR Data Labs podcast, we always ask, what's one fun thing that no one knows about Medicare Misty?
So my first car that I bought was a stick shift. I didn't know how to drive it. And they sold it to me. So on the way home, I learned how to drive a stick shift.
You figured it out.
Yes.
Trial by fire.
That's right. Right. That's my whole life story. I'm learning not to do that anymore.
Well, you're 29 now, so you got a few years.
Yeah, it's kicking in.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, got a quick question for you. Is your job easy, stress-free, and full of rainbows and sunshine every single day? Yeah, I'd say that's a big fat no. Hi, I'm David Noe, host of Speakeasy HR, presented by Payroll Partners, and proud to be part of the Work Defined community. Take a step down into my Speakeasy live on LinkedIn and YouTube, where we tackle HR and business challenges through raw, uncut, unfiltered conversations. This is HR like you've never heard it before. Bold, real, and full of practical takeaways. Real guests, bold insights, authentic conversations that drive change. Catch every episode on demand through your favorite podcast platform or all the content at speakeasyhr.com.
Our podcast today, the episode will be on obviously Medicare. But what I first want to do is I want to ask, there are a lot of people out there who don't know. What is Medicare?
That is a great question. So as of right now, if you're working, you're paying into Medicare. FICA taxes, our FICA taxes we pay are Medicare, which is hospitalization, hospice, home care. That is and that's what we're paying taxes on now. As long as we work 10 years, 40 quarters, or you have a spouse that worked 10 years, 40 quarters, we get A at no cost, we earn it.
Oh, interesting.
But B, that pays for doctors, outpatient services, labs, that's what we have to pay for when we retire.
Interesting. What's the difference between Medicare and Medicaid?
That's another great question. So Medicaid is for low income, and it will help pay your Medicare premium if your income's low enough. Mm-hmm. Or it'll also help you pay the 20% that Medicare doesn't pay in their deductibles depending on your income. That's Medicaid. So it's like a government help. Medicare is not, it is run by the government, but it's health insurance that you pay in so that you have when you retire, no matter what your health issues are.
Hopefully it'll be around by the time I retire.
It better be around.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of the things I wanted to talk about with you today. There's been a lot of talk about what direction Medicare is going in right now. There's a lot of complication. There's a lot of unknowns. Tell me, what is actually happening with Medicare right now, especially based on the big, beautiful bill and other things going on in the demographics of the U.S.?
Well, so Medicare may go up like it does every year, but what they're trying to do is there's a lot of people don't like the Medicare Advantage. There's a supplement as an option when you retire, and then there's a Medicare Advantage. So they're trying to cut that out, or cut the funding, cut the doctor's funding. And so now with the big, beautiful bill, it's going to actually fund the things that they've been trying to cut out. Doctors, funding the Medicare Advantage plans, which is good for us and good for the seniors too, and the doctors, because the doctors, a Medicare Advantage is managed care. So some doctors don't like it because it
sets the rates. Yeah, it sets the rates.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good thing for health insurance. There's been a little disruption. A lot of plans are trying to terminate plans that have been costing them a lot of money. And so we're hoping that this will help stop some of that, so that there's a plan in Memphis that 150,000 people are going to lose their plan.
Wow.
By January 1. They have to do something by October 15th till December 7th. So
that's the enrollment period?
It's enrollment period.
Okay.
After December 7th, unless you have a special election period or you have another Medicare Advantage plan, you're locked in till next year.
Wow.
So if those 150,000 people don't do anything and they go to the pharmacy in January, they're not going to have any medicine.
So when you have that open enrollment, if you're in Tennessee, go do something.
And anywhere, because it's disrupting everywhere. Just see somebody this year. This is the year not to say, I just want to let it roll over.
Right.
Make one simple phone call that doesn't cost you anything to say, hey, I'm licensed in 45 states. I would love to help you, MedicareMisty.com.
We'll have
just to make sure.
We'll have that link.
Okay.
So that people can go there and understand what they have to do.
Exactly.
That's great.
Enjoying the conversation? Don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss an episode packed with insights and strategies. Now, let's dive back in.
When you talk to people, and especially companies, about what's going on with Medicare, what's the biggest misconceptions they have about it?
Well, they don't know anything. I mean, there's no education for it. That's what we're here for. We're here to educate them, because usually there's no transition, not even a packet, sometimes a packet, and basically here, this is what you do.
Really?
Yes, you're thrown out to the wolves, and it's not on perfect. It's just so hard and so complicated that nobody understands it. So, and this is, they didn't know they could reach out to me. We've only been with SHRM for 5 years now. So, I've been going to their meetings, but I didn't even know they had a conference before. So that's why I've only been doing the conference for 5 years.
Right.
So having that person that you can, say, hey, do I need long-term care insurance? What is Medicare? What plan do I take? When do I take Social Security? Do I defer it so I can get the max? I mean, what does all this mean? And that's what they're faced with when they retire, because 40, 60 years, corporate America has been making the decisions for them. They hadn't had to. And now at 65, or 70 or 80, an 80-year-old just retired yesterday. Now he's going to have to make all the decisions.
But it's not, you don't want to make that decision when you're 80. You want to make those decisions much earlier on. I mean, have a plan for yourself, right?
Yeah, exactly.
How does someone do that? How do they think, what am I going to be doing when I'm 80 or when I'm 70 or when I'm going to retire, when they feel like they don't have all that information? What do they do?
Well, I hope they have a financial advisor early. You want a financial advisor early. I present with a financial advisor here that does the Social Security, the long-term care, and the retirement 401k switchover. So you want to make sure you have one of those at early. I had one person tell me, well, I don't have any money. My son, be an example, he's mad because I put $100 a week into his 401k. And he was at Volkswagen. He's like, Mom, that's $100 a week. I said, yeah, but you're going to go blow it. And then when you get 70 and I'm gone, you're going to be like, thanks, Mom.
Exactly. And I think that's part of the financial education that is lacking today for a lot of kids. They live for today. They don't think about tomorrow. They think, I'm going to be like this forever. I'm going to feel like this forever.
And I'm going to work forever.
And by the way, I got to tell you, kids, that is not the truth.
No.
Yeah, take it from me. I am not 29. I'm actually 59.
Oh, looking good.
Thank you.
Sell your cream to somebody.
A face for radio, my mom says.
Yeah. For radio.
But seriously, we need to get more educated. We need to get smarter about making decisions earlier in our lives to be able to get ready for that time when either you're out of work because you got sick, or you got, your spouse gets sick, or
pandemic
your
we
parents.
Don't plan on.
Oh my gosh! Well, nobody saw the pandemic coming, and that affected a lot of people who were out of work for a long time. And so, like, I'm use Greenlight actually for financial education for my kids, which is an application which allows you to donate money into their account, and then you can split it between spending, savings, and investing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And you set the percentages of what goes where. And I'm trying to tell my kids, hey, you have a spending account, but then I'm also putting aside something for your future with that savings account and the investing account. And my middle son loves it. My youngest son's like, I'm 12, Dad. I don't care about my future.
You'll be 30 before too long.
Exactly. And as he grows older, I think he's understanding that. But people even in their 30s and 40s, if you haven't made that decision like you were talking about before, getting a financial advisor, start thinking about how much you're putting aside for not only your retirement, but also for your kids' education, for 529 plans. And
all those tax benefits you're going to get from that.
Absolutely. I got to tell you, I have 2 kids in college right now. That 529 is saving my bacon.
Yeah. And the tax deductions you get from it too on top of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So tell me, what can people start with? You said a financial advisor. What else could they do? What education would you suggest?
Well, then take classes. Shoot, Dave Ramsey's got a financial thing, your Greenlight. There's apps out there. I mean, that you can YouTube any of this stuff. And, I think you made a good point earlier, the 12-year-old, when should you start? I think you should start at 1 year old and teach them what money is. Teach you how to get it, how to earn it, how to, they can't go to YouTube at that age, which some of them are already. But I think there's so much information out there. And I know one guy said, it's just so overwhelming. And then even when I watch a video, I don't know what to do. Well, then get someone. I think one of the compliments I've gotten through over the 20 years of doing this is I make it easy, because I know when I started 20 years ago, 3 months in, I told the lady, I said, I think you got the wrong girl. I don't think I can do that. I don't think I'm ever going to understand this. So I feel what they felt, and I break it down for them to understand it. And some people will be like, you know what, whatever you say, like, just help me decide on what's the best plan.
And by the way, abdicating your decisions to someone else is a bad idea, because there are people who, I'm not going to say that they're mean or that they're doing something wrong, but they're going to make the decisions that they think are for you and not you. So your point before was well taken. Educate yourself.
Yeah.
Get an understanding about what all these things mean.
Get my book.
Get Misty's book on Medicare, because these things are important and these things are complex, and they're not going to get any easier as we go on, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, it's just going to change every year. You need someone that just does this full time. Like, I have an accountant. She keeps up with all the taxes, and I don't want to learn it. I just want a professional that can help me through it. Now, I educate myself, and sometimes I'll send her stuff. Did you hear this just passed? Hey, did you get me this discount?
Yeah.
So I stay in the loop, but I know in the end she's going to do all the work for me.
And by the way, don't listen to political news about taxation. They only give you the headlines.
Yeah.
You have to talk to a professional. Like, if you get tips or if you have overtime and you hear that there's no tax on tips and there's no tax on, that is not true. Listen to the experts in those areas. Get financial advice for you, for your state, for your federal situation. Make sure you understand that, because the more decisions that you're making about, because at work you make a decision every day about your withholding.
Yeah. Yeah.
How much you withhold for taxes. And if you haven't updated that since the pandemic, I got to be honest with you, a lot of laws have changed since the pandemic.
Shoot, yeah, daily.
In some cases, daily. By the way, it's not even just federal withholding. Your state might have withholding that you need to update as well. Talk to your tax professional.
Yeah.
Because you may be setting yourself up for a really big problem come April.
Well, and have a CPA and a financial advisor, because the financial advisor will set you up for, like now, HSA, health savings account.
That's right.
You can use it for anything now at the age after 55. People don't know. I didn't know that until I started doing this with this financial advisor. So health savings account is now becoming a retirement tool to be able to do, not just pay for your medical expenses.
And the HSA is the health savings account that you can roll over year over year. Mm-hmm. The FSA, because it's different, that's the flexible spending account. Yeah. That's the one where you're putting money away pre-tax, but it does not carry over year over year.
That's right.
And you have to use it on certain things, certain eligible expenses, and it goes away.
Lose it or use it. Use it or lose it.
And that's when people buy glasses at the end of the year, or they buy Q-tips, or they buy blood pressure readers or things like that.
Yeah, the monitor,
Yeah. So, I guess what the crux of your conversation with me today is education.
Yeah. And there's enough out there. Take a class, do whatever you have to do. Just make sure that you're prepared so that, they're called the golden years, so that you live the life of,
the golden girls.
Yeah, the golden girls. It would be even better.
Everybody wants to be Blanche.
Yes.
For those of you who remember that.
Yeah.
No. What you're saying is that your golden years are supposed to be the best years of your life, right?
Yeah, and you can prepare to make that happen.
No amount of pre-planning is enough. You can't plan for everything, but you can at least get a little ahead.
Absolutely. And for those bad times that are come, pandemics, anything, losing spouses, you just have the education. And there's a lot of widows out there that don't realize there's widow pensions. There's Social Security available, a higher Social Security from their spouse. I mean, I run into them every day. Last night at our event, one of the ladies said, my dad's been paying a penalty and he only makes $20,000 a year.
Oh my goodness.
He could have had Medicaid help pay for that, no penalty.
Wow.
I mean, there's so many circumstances like that. Some of these Medicare plans have food cards.
Wow.
He was having, imagine $20,000 you're living on.
Yeah.
How are you even buying food?
How are you living? How are you paying rent?
I think his house is paid from when he.
Sure. You still have to pay taxes, so property taxes, right?
Well, in some Tennessee, Hamilton County, you can go and get help on that.
Oh, really?
You might look at that too.
But that's another complication. You have to listen or watch your municipalities, because they have different rules, whether it becomes a rebate or whether you don't. You get into a program where you're just eligible not to pay anything.
Yeah. Especially veterans. Veterans got a lot, and if you're 100% disabled veteran.
Right.
Right.
And that's hopefully all those programs will stick around for a while.
They better.
But your point is educate yourself, get your professionals aligned, CPA, financial advisor, Medicare, you got to get Medicare Misty. But get those people who are experts who can help you answer the questions that you have, so you don't become one of these cases like that person you were talking about, $20,000 a year and, paying penalties, because it can happen. It does happen. And it's not necessary.
No. And we don't charge a fee. I mean, I ran into late last night that they were charging her $3,500 to do her Medicare per person.
Oh, I'm going to your website right after we talk.
That's right. MedicareMisty.com.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad I ran into you. I love SHRM.
Yeah, this is
what
wonderful.
It's about.
Yeah, exactly. Making these connections. And thank you very much to the Tennessee SHRM organization and for inviting us to HR Tennessee. It was wonderful.
Thank you, Nashville, for having us.
Yes, exactly. Nashville's so beautiful. You know what? It's remarkable. I was standing outside waiting for my coffee to show up this morning from Dunkin' Donuts.
Which was genius, by the way.
Thank you. I had I ordered boxes of Joe and Munchkins for my presentation. But the fascinating thing, I'm standing there on the street in the middle of downtown Nashville, and you could hear a pin drop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everybody's asleep from last night.
If that's New York City, you can't hear yourself think.
Oh, yeah.
And there's traffic
you're
on
right.
every corner.
Yeah.
I love this city.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
I know. No.
And I was walking around the other night, and I went and I got a milkshake. It was way too many calories. It was gross.
It was gross.
It was too many calories. But it's just beautiful here at night.
Yeah. And like you said, like even at nighttime, if you get away from Broad Street, the music, it's quiet. It's a pin drop.
I walked down Broad Street, and it was really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it was wonderful.
I hadn't been here. I just saw Laney's place, Laney Wilson's place. Love it. And then I saw Miranda Lambert's place.
Yeah.
Hadn't been to that. Jelly Roll's place. Post Malone, hadn't been to his place.
Really?
I mean, I live 2 hours away. This is all grown.
Yeah. Yeah. We always do that. We always miss out on things that are right at our doorstep.
Yes. We need to play more.
Yes.
That's my new motto. 2026, I'm going to play more.
There you go. Again, that's really great advice for everybody. Enjoy the L part of leisure.
Yes. Yes.
About your leisure
I like
work,
that.
your leisure hours.
That's right.
Misty, again, thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Everybody go to MedicareMisty.com. Take care and stay safe. Thank you for listening to the HR Data Labs podcast. Don't forget to hit subscribe and share it with your network. Also, check out the HR Data Labs Brown Bag Lunch every Friday on LinkedIn. You can also check out the recordings on Spotify. Thank you, take care, and stay safe.